Sorry about that. Hey, what's up? It's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. And sorry about the kerfunkle. Had to clear up a thing or two here, but appreciate that. Everybody, like to say what's up to y'all. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Please let me know if you can hear me. Oh, appreciate that, Lady Miss. Thank you. Like to give a shout out to everybody here. What's up, Lady Miss? How you doing? Hopefully everything's good with you. Appreciate you, Sean Estep, in the house. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. And we got Penny in the house. How's it going, Penny? Hopefully you all are having a great day. And for everybody that's, checking this out on the replay, hopefully you all are having a great day, and just want to thank everybody for being here. And I definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea how much you guys mean to me. So thank you for being here. So 5x5, huh? Appreciate it. Thank you. Wanted to, I did something about 2 weeks ago, about 2.5 weeks ago. I'm not sure if you guys remember or not. It's okay if if you guys didn't catch the live stream. I was talking about how James Gunn, he mentioned a group called the Terrifics, and this was this was March 31st, and he posted a tweet about the Terrifics. This is the Terrifics. Not sure if you guys remember or not, but what happened was before March 31st, issue number 1 of the Terrifics ran for about $2, maybe $3. And this comic book was actually $3 when it first came out back in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. 2019, one of those 2 years. Does it say here? No, it doesn't say here. So this came out, and automatically within the first 3 days of that announcement, every issue of this comic started selling like hotcakes. Right now, if you go to find the Terrifics number 1, you'll be paying $20 to $25 for issue number 1. So me, like, I don't have issue number 1. So, but I do have 16 of the issues. It was only a 27 issue run, but I have 16 issues that kind of dibble dabble between all 27 issues. So with that being said, what I did was, for experimentation's sake, I went and I looked online, right? And I started seeing all the comic books of the Terrifics being bought up. All the issue 1s that were $2 and $3, people started buying the crap out of those. And then, like I said, you could find issue number 1 now for about $20, $25. And if you want the whole full run of the 27 issues, you'll be paying roughly about $100 to about $150. Before, you would only have to pay maybe about $30, maybe even less. So with that being said, I went ahead and I looked online, and for the sake and for the purpose of this video, I went and I scoured through the net. And I went through some of my old uh stopping grounds in the internet of me buying comic books. So I went through some of my old channels that I used to go through to buy comic books online. And for $14, I was able to find issue 1 through, I think 1 through 16. I was able to find issue 1 through 16 along with the first annual of the Terrifics. So my whole purpose in telling you this is that when the price for this comic book went completely off the rails in just a matter of days, from it being a nothing type of comic book that nobody never heard of that you can buy for $2-3, that shit went to $20-25 in like a matter of days just because of one person's tweet. So in order to find these comic books, you'd have to look hella high water because everybody either boosted the price of it up or somebody went ahead and bought them all while they were all cheap. But even then, right around the 4th or the 5th of April, which was, about 2 weeks ago, I went online and again, I found issue 1 through 16 along with the first annual, the Terrifics annual number 1, for $14. Even after everybody has sat there and hijacked their prices to Kingdom Come. So I went ahead and I decided that I was going to go ahead and pay the $14. You know, I don't really have room to really buy any comic books straight up. But again, for the way this thing has been going crazy, I went ahead and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show how to buy comic books online. Let me go ahead and show with this example. So this is it right here. This is it right here. So with that being said, I've said it before, I've bought hundreds of comic books online. For the most part, I did pretty well. Then there were times where I had issues with my purchases. So the whole thing to purchasing comic books online, it's a little trickier. Why? Because you don't physically have the product in your hand for you to visually scan it with your own eyes from top to bottom, left to right, front to back, the whole nine. So basically, when you're going online, you're basically going to be going to eBay, Amazon. I've seen comic books being sold on Etsy, Craigslist, you name it. If there's any kind of website that is selling anything, unless it's something that's specific, to a certain item, you're probably going to find comic books somewhere in there. Maybe not a whole lot, but you'll find somebody selling a comic book, again, like on Etsy or something like that. And that's not really your go-to for comic books, but will you find something there? Yeah, you will. And there's a lot of other places that you can find comic books at. Akima Mara, how's it going? Man, hopefully you guys are doing well out there, and appreciate y'all for hearing me out on this. So What I've learned was when you are trying to actually collect comic books, and you're going to find probably some of your greatest deals in buying comic books, you will find them online. You will find deals online that your local comic book store probably wouldn't even give you. Just being fucking honest about it. So online, I've seen, sales online that were phenomenal, that I know that you could probably never get anywhere else. And it's just one of those things that you definitely have to think about making sure that your dollar stretches. And that's a huge thing, is making sure that you get the most bang for your buck. Especially when you have someone like me that's telling you that, hey, when you sit there and you buy something at a comic book stores, they don't like to haggle. It's not a pawn shop. You can't talk them down from a price unless it's the owner of the store. Maybe he might do you some justice himself, but you thinking you can haggle or try to work out a price over at a comic book store. I've never seen that. And I've been going to comic book stores ever since I was a little kid. So, with that being said, again, you're going to find some of your greatest deals online. But a deal is only a deal if it's only worth it to you. So there's different things to consider when you're trying to purchase a comic book online. First off is who you're buying it from. The rule of thumb is always do your homework before you purchase anything from anybody. If they have an online presence of selling comic books, then there should be reviews, and this person should be in the game for a while. You can basically look up someone's store history and see if that person's been around for a long time, see if they have good or bad reviews. If they have any bad reviews, those should be the ones you read first. Because all kind of people can say all kind of good shit. But then if there's something negative, you want to know that first. Why? Because you're spending your money with these people and you don't even know who they are. So the first thing you do is when you're checking these reviews online from an online store that you're about to purchase your comic books from, you go through the reviews and see how long they've been in business. Not to say anything about newer buyers, but you would like to take at least spend your money with someone that's been around for a while. Because at that point, you know that they're a tried and true store. They're a real store. There's a lot of people faking it out there. And you don't want to get got by one of these people that is putting up a bullshit front of a store just trying to get somebody to buy something when all they're trying to do is take your money and not give you shit in return. So with that, when it comes to purchasing comic books online, you have to be very careful with that, because depending on what the return policy is, you might not be able to get your money back. And whether it's Etsy, Craigslist, eBay, Amazon, whoever it is, first thing you always have to check out along with everything else is what is the policy on returning back items. Because what happens if you do purchase something and it doesn't look like what you saw in the picture, what do you do then? So before you go through all the headaches of figuring out if this person is actually going to refund you, if you have to go through this type of shit with this particular buyer, they're going to state whether they do refunds or not. And if they do refunds, there might be a certain kind of stipulation with it. Make sure that you contact them, explain to them what's wrong, make sure that it's done within a certain amount of days. They might give you a week. Some stores give you a month. My advice is if there's something wrong, you get with them as quickly as possible. You don't wait for nothing. Boy, I'll tell you how many times I opened up some shit, looked at it. Man, within the first 5 minutes, I was trying to figure some shit out. And, this is being real about it. And, like say what's up to my brother Stone Loki from Loki's Mornings of Mischief. What's up, Loki? What's going on? He said, my girl at Space Cadets cuts me some good deals, and she tells me about those deals when I come in, but I'm a repeat customer that supports them. I feel you on that. That's good, man. That's awesome right there, man. Again, if you're a repeat customer and they're like, shit, they'd rather look out for you than, again, I've never gotten a hookup, but every deal that I saw that was worthwhile, I've jumped on it, was online. That's how I was able to do, all the unboxings and everything else. But shit, actually, man, that comic book store, man, with the pizzeria, shit, boy, Space Cadets, man, guys, if you guys ever come to Houston, check out Space Cadets, man. It's a fucking awesome comic book store. And yeah, I mean, I remember when she gave you the hookup on the Nightfalls, when you went ahead and you got the I remember I was with Loki one time and he got a set of Nightfall Batman comic books, and actually it was a pretty damn good deal for what he got. So yeah, I saw that. I didn't know the workings of all that, so I didn't say anything. But yeah, I remember when that went down. What's up, Lady Miss? Lady Miss saying what's up to everybody up in here. Guardian of the Void, Lady Mist. She's awesome. Man, appreciate y'all. Facius, my brother. Man, what's going on, man? He says 24/7 Fusion Media. Equally, you will see some bad reviews that are pure cow doo-doo from anal gland buyers. Yeah, that's true. And there are lessons to be learned on both sides. That's true. Yeah, and again, yeah, you do and I mean, it's going to happen to everybody. You're going to have disgruntled buyers that are, depending on how mad they are, they might sit there and fabricate on why they're giving the bad review, and at times can tend to make it out to be more than what it is. And that's unfortunate, but at the same time, as you being the buyer, you have to do your due diligence to at least look into what's going on, what's being said. And again, one or two bad reviews, once you read them, it might be on something, I didn't receive my package on time, but they received their package. They just mad that it came a little later than than what it was supposed to. And, but it doesn't mean that the person gave a bad product, or they gave you something that you didn't pay for. So, as you go through everything, of course, it's up to your own discretion, but it's always good to see the good and the bad in what you're and who you're giving your money to. And if you start seeing a lot more bad reviews saying a lot of the same shit versus the good reviews, then something's up, man. You might not want to take a chance with that. And the whole thing to it is, when you're purchasing anything online, you're always taking a chance, unless it's someone that you've bought from, and you bought from once and you went again and you purchased twice, and and then you 3 times, and they've done good and try to do good by you, and now you're a customer. Then of course that buyer seller relationship was earned. It was respectably earned. So now that my boy Loki, what's going on, brother? He says, I got every hardback of Marvel's Gunslinger, and it was all buy 2 get 1 free. The Nightfall comics, I got the entire set for $30. That's what I'm saying. I was there with you. Yeah, man, that shit there, man. When I seen that, that's some good shit right there, man. And he got a hell of a deal. And I witnessed that. So, unless you're my brother Stone Loki, it might be hard for you to get a deal at the comic book store, man. You know what I'm saying? So, if you got good relations with them, man, good relationship with them, then that's cool, man. And again, that's the buyer seller bond that you've built up over the years, of being a good customer, and them being, good people to buy stuff from. And one hand wash the other, and everybody looks out, man. So same with this. And again, it's always good for you to do your homework. Now, the first thing is, let's say you're looking for something, right? And for an example, my Terrifics 1 through 16 and the first annual for $14. So when I looked at the comic books, now they had the pictures of the comic books. So the person sat the comic books on a table or whatever, took the pictures. Now, there's 2 things you can look at. Now, on your phone, well, even before you even use your phone, now in the app, depending if you're using eBay, Amazon, if it's a good app that you can actually sit there, you can actually open up the picture very, very big, and you can actually look at the corners, and and you can actually see what's going on with the comic book. And if the person has taken the pictures right, they're going to show the front of the comic book, and they're going to show the back. Now, if you know me, I'm looking for cracks. I'm looking to see if the corners are beat up. I'm looking to see if this comic book was trashed. So I'm looking all over, making sure the comic book is good enough, for me to want to purchase. And after I looked at everything and I saw that there was no cracks, there were no creases, and everything else, I kind of, I try to make sure that I look it through. And another thing too is, I'm trying to think about how to say this, is that when you're sitting there and you can actually open up the pictures to look at them very definedly, there should be an option, I guess, depending on how new or old your phone is, that has some sort of like a magnifying piece to it, to where whatever you touch on the screen can actually expand and look, and you can actually see it very, very big and clear. And you use those options to actually look over your whole comic book from top to bottom, left to right, from to front to back. And if you watch any of my videos, and I've shown you about the cracks and the creases and what a beat up comic book looks like, you're going to see if this thing looks good or if it's trashed out. And right there, you make your decision. If the price is right. And another thing too, nothing wrong with bargain shopping and making sure that, okay, if you want this one particular item, if you want the Terrifics 1 through 16, who else is selling it and for what price? And what condition is it in? Everybody that I saw that was selling these comics, issue number 1 was going for $20-25. So what do you think 1 through 16, along with the first annual number 1, would be going for? You're looking at like $60-70 for the whole. People are charging about $100 to $150 for it, for the whole collection. So, and you have to, and again, for all the issues that I plan to get in between, they're not going to cost me anything compared to this $14 that just saved me a shitload of money on piecing together the whole 27 comic book issue run. That's a small, short run. Now, if you heard what I've said in my other videos, I've always said, hey, if you're going to start collecting comic books, start small. Start small. What's a 27 issue run of a good comic book compared to something like a Batman or a Superman comic that has like over 1,000 issues? A good thing about being a collector is knowing that you have completed a collection. And sometimes the fun part about it is the thrill of the hunt. It's finding those little bits and pieces wherever you may find them. So, before I go any further, let me check if anybody's said anything. Everybody's saying what's up to each other. That's what's up, man. You guys are awesome. Facey says, yep, it's a percentage game, and honestly, anything less than 98 positive, I won't buy from until I've read through the comments. So there you go, man. Appreciate you expressing that and having my back on that. So thank you, man. Anonymous, what's up? Says, my experience buying online, if it looks like something is wrong, 9 times out of 10, it's not a trick of the light, it's messed up. I agree with that 100%. And the thing is, what they always say about pictures will not lie. Pictures won't lie. So since a picture won't lie, what happens if you sit there and you saw something that looked it perfect, but then when you received it, It was garbage. It was nothing like what you had saw in the picture. You know, there's different things and different ways you go about it. First thing you do is you take pictures. As soon as you open it out of the box, or, you know, I'm going to tell you something that I've done before. I've done an unboxing of a comic book. And when I unboxed the comic book, I can't remember. I think Zax was online with me. I unboxed a box of comic books, and the comic books weren't even wrapped. Like, I opened up the box and the comic books were they were just loose in the box. And I was like, oh shit. And I was embarrassed because, you know, I was doing weekly unboxings of comic books about a year and a half ago. And I unboxed a shitty ass box of comics. And it was embarrassing that I'm sitting here. You guys are anticipating to see what the hell I'm about to pop open the box. And once I do, comic books come out all which way. So what I did was I told the guy that I bought the comic books from to come and check out this video. And he sat there and saw in real time how fucked up it was that I had to sit here and unbox a shitty ass box of comics. He wrapped them in newspaper. And then put them in a fucking like a Kroger's plastic bag, like with, you know, fucking bag that you get from the supermarket. Man, that was some embarrassing shit. I mean, I hated that I had to open that shit up and show y'all, but it should have been more embarrassing on him, because when I started talking shit, when I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And I started looking in his box, he saw all that. Man, just thinking about it's like, fuck. So, you know, and that's the thing. You can't dispute what the picture shows. You can't dispute what the camera's showing you. I don't have no fucking magic trick that'll show a good ass comic book coming out the box all beat up. No, your shit, the way you mailed it had the comic book all beat up. But it doesn't mean that I'm gonna accept it. So, you know, it was you know, it was one of those things. You guys over there hanging out. Gut punch. Yeah, that was a definite gut punch. Like I said, I was embarrassed, man, because every unboxing I did, comic books came wrapped up the way they were supposed to. People knew what they were doing. But this one dude, holy shit, man, I'm telling you. And just to open it up and just comes out the box like whatever, I was like, damn. Shit. So, yeah. So, you know, again, you take pictures and you know, you file your complaint and you box that thing up and, you know, you send that thing back. But then again, before you purchased it, you should have checked out what the return policy was on it. Don't buy anything from a person that is not willing to refund you or won't allow you to return it back. Because the thing is, once they don't take it back, then at that point you're fighting with Amazon or eBay. Because the seller is not going to fucking deal with you no more, because he said that he won't take any kind of returns or he won't issue no kind of refunds. So basically, there's sellers out there that once you buy it, all sales are final. And if you see something that looks so good, and you know that this guy's policy is, yo, if this thing leaves my house and you purchase this, no matter what happens on the way from me to you, you're not getting your money back. So you have to consider this kind of shit when you're buying from people. Because if something goes wrong, what happens if your item is delivered and somebody steals it off of your front porch like they've been doing? What do? If nobody knows what happens, you have somebody stealing shit off of your porch. In case, you got to consider all these things. And before you have to deal with a shitload of headaches, make sure that you're buying from a person that's going to do you some justice if something doesn't work out right. That's my whole point. So hopefully this helps out. If you guys have any questions, please ask. I've had one person ask a question in my last video, and out of those first two videos, he was the only person to ever ask a question. That's what I'm here for. Don't feel like any question there's no such thing as a dumb question or whatever. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, concerns about anything, even from the past videos, feel free to ask. The whole thing to it is this: whoever's sitting down, taking the time to watch these videos, I want to make sure that it's worth your time for you, that you have learned something by the time you walk away after watching these videos, that you feel confident enough to go and purchase a comic book straight up and know how to handle it. You know how to shop for it. You know what to expect or what to deal with when you're dealing with trying to purchase something online, because again, you're going to find some shit online that you might not find anywhere else. And there's great comic books to buy all over the place. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unbox what I bought back on the 4th of April. So, Lady Miss, how you doing? Now, said, what would be some good comics to buy for a beginner? Well, for a beginner, first it would have to, be, of course, your preference on who you would want to buy, so once you pick who you want to purchase, but if you're asking me for my, yeah, I know my internet's bad. My internet's real bad. Sorry about that. But if you're asking me, I would actually say the Terrifics would be a good comic book, which is fun. It's enjoyable. Another run. It depends on if you're looking towards newer or older comics. But another fun run of comic books would be something like Stargirl. And Stargirl comic books are very good. They're very fun. They're written by Jeff Johns, which is one of the best comic book writers out in current, that's making current comic books right now. So I would recommend that. And so, yeah, there's quite a bit. Captain Marvel, Shazam. There was a great run that was done by Jerry Ordway back in the mid 90s that is a terrific run of Captain Marvel, Shazam. And if anything, the movie should have been based on that run, because what it did was it took the origin and the core of who Captain Marvel is, kept it intact, but modernized it, but not to the point to it didn't modernize Captain Marvel Shazam to the point that it took anything away from the character. And that was what made that run great. It was modern, but with everything that made the character great from the golden age. And it was a great run. And that's what they should have adapted in the Shazam movie. And if they were going to adapt anything from Black Adam, those were the books that Black Adam started his anti-hero journey. They should have adapted those, and actually they did, but they didn't tell the story the right way. Fuck. I don't get it, man, but hopefully that helps. Again, the Terrifics are a great comic book, and even now, you can probably piece it together rather cheaply than buy it all in. Like, buy issue 1 through 27 will cost you an arm and a leg. Not necessarily, but it's not cheap if you're not working with a whole lot of money. And that's the thing. Always got to make sure that whenever you buy comics, it's always something that's within your budget. Don't ever, man, there's a lot of more things that are more important than buying comic books. You're more important, taking care of your bills, health, different things, man. Just things are more important than buying comic books. But if you have, a few dollars to, play with, and it won't hurt you, then your best bet is to do something that's of quality, but it just doesn't cost a whole lot for you to collect. And if you want something simple, something that's easy, that you don't have to go through hell or high water to try to piece together a collection, again, the Terrifics are 27 issues and 2 annuals. So basically 29 issues to complete the whole run. So what's up, Jason? Jason Fox in the house from 540 Studio. What's going on, brother? Man, great dude, man. Hopefully you're doing all right. It says hail to the chat. Yeah, what's up, man? Anamas. Yep. Brother, hey, man. Yep. Anamas. Great dude, man. Vinny Whitlock. What's going on? Yup. JF in the house. There you go. Penny's like, V-Dub. Yup. Vinny Whitlock. That's what's up, man. You guys are awesome, man. Thank y'all for being here. And, Lady Miss, if you have any other questions, I mean, I know I could probably toss you a lot of titles, but I don't want to bog you down with, a whole lot of titles when, you can start with something simple and, and something that's not hard to collect. It's not like you're not buying a 40 or 50-year-old comic. This thing is about 4, maybe 5 years old at that. It's not that old, and that's why it's really not that. Now, let's say for the sake of what I'm about to show you, I'm about to go online right here, right now. Not trying to be an ass or nothing, but I'm about to look up to see how much the Terrifics issue 1 through 16 or something close to it is going right now. So here we go. Let's see. All right. The Terrifics, DC Comics. All right, number 1 through 16 value. All right, here we go. Here, shopping. All right. Okay, right now they have a DC The Terrifics issue number 1 going for $13. All right. You got another dude, issue number 1 going for $10. Okay, they've went down some. Good. Because when I went looking, they were charging $25. That's not bad. So, okay, right off the top, issue number 1s for the Terrifics. I see $13, $10. Yep, $13, $10. Someone is selling 3 issue number 1s for $22. Wow. So that's almost $7 a piece, or actually $7.33 each. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Look at this. Someone here is selling the Terrifics 1 through 14 for $100. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Right here. This one right here at the top. 1 through 14 for $100. You see that shit? And I bought 1 through 16 with annual number 1 for $14. So, holy shit. And then some of these standalone issues, like you could buy issue 2 or issue 3 or issue 7. Some of these are going for $2.50. So actually, you might even come off cheaper buying some of these issues individually than buying a whole complete set, because that's when they'll hit you in the gut. 1 through 14 for $100. That's about half of the collection. Holy shit. Okay, now check this out here. Now, there's this thing right here, Goodwill Finds. They're selling, it looks like almost a whole run of the Terrifics for $47.99. Let me click on this. Wow. So let me see. Does it even have issue number 1? Holy shit. Okay. It doesn't even have issue number 1. But even then, oh, it does have issue. Okay, what it says here, the lot includes issues 1 through 27 of the Terrifics. And they have 2 copies of issue number 15 and annual number 1. Okay. So you got almost a whole collection going for $47.99 online. The whole Terrifics. Now the whole thing to it is looking, and they do have that on this is Goodwill Finds. They have that magnifying feature that will allow you to look at all the individual comics to see if they're to your liking. $47.99 for the whole collection of the Terrifics right here. You know, and it tells you 1 through 27 plus annual number 1. I got 1 through 16 annual number 1 for $14. So interesting. So there you have it. You know, and that's the thing. You have to look. You know, you'd be surprised what you find. Wow. So There you go. Hey, y'all like my I guess this way, huh? Right here. Y'all can see my little picture. That's what's up, huh? When your boy gets the haircut. Yeah. What's up, Sean Estep? What's going on, man? Kima Mara. Everybody's in the house chilling. Hey, Jason, you're amazing too, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Man, appreciate you, brother. Man, yo, you got to come back on, man, soon. Yo, we'll work it out, man. Love to have you back on, man. You're fucking awesome, man. Miss having you on, man. Very nice icon, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Looks familiar, huh? Appreciate that, man. Trying to do a little upgrading, I guess, right? Got to try. But yeah, but back to this. This is some good shit. So there you go, Lady Miss. But the thing is, even with this, the shipping and handling is where they're going to get you at. Now, that's the thing. It's $47.99 for the comic books. The shipping and handling, if I'm not mistaken, was $23.99. So they're going to charge you $24 for shipping and handling. So, that's and that's the thing. Just because you're getting a good deal, a lot of places will try to screw you on the shipping and handling. You have to be very careful with that. You have to be very careful with that. Yeah, so look, they have deals, and the thing is, if you've seen this 1 through 27 plus the annuals for $50, keep looking, because you could probably find a deal that's just as good and will actually do you better on the shipping and handling. So what you do, if you have it, you place your, you hit your place marker so you can go back to it, make sure you don't lose it, and keep searching. And after you search for a little bit, and if you come to terms and this is what you want, then, and it's exactly, you've done your homework. The seller is, he has a history, he, for most part, does good business, good reviews, the whole nine. He's been in the game for a while, and you're comfortable with it and you're ready to press the button. If something's fucked up, you can return it. No, without hassle, no questions asked, no bullshit. Go for it. Take a chance. I had to. And for the most part, I did decent. Again, there were a few times that, shit came fucked up and I was like, damn. Or it was something that I really wanted and it just wasn't what I thought it was when I got it. Like, fuck, man, I got to return this, but this is the comic I want, but it's fucked up. And it don't look like the way it looked like in the picture. I bagged this thing up and fuck turn it. Damn, I wish this thing was in great condition. Because for the price I got it for, I didn't want to give it back. But if you know me, I'm not gonna keep somebody's beat up ass comic book, man. So I had to send that shit back. But then there's always something better on the horizon. So don't ever forget that. And if you ever seen one good deal and it passes you up, don't beat yourself up. There's always another good deal right around the corner. And it might take you a little while. If it was one particular thing that you wanted, it might take you a while before you see this one particular thing that you wanted. Somebody's selling it for a hell of a price that you can't pass up. And you got to be vigilant when you sit there and when you see something, you got to be on it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so let me see if there's anything else in here. I'm going to look again for just one quick second, see if there's anything worthwhile here for you guys to look at. And look here, $14.99. the Terrifics issue number 1, first print. You know, so they're selling some first print for decent prices. So Anonymous says 24 should play Bubbles in the Lilo and Stitch, huh? Yeah, I heard they're not putting them in the movie, so Bubbles is out of there. Well, they want representation, but they don't play fair, man. It's all good, man. Whatever. Lady Miss, I like. So I like free shipping, LOL. So tend to be sure of shipping charges. Yeah. And my brother Loki says good advice. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Man, if there's a person that gives fucking good advice, man, you're it, brother. So always have good advice for, you know, for everybody, man. So shit, man, we appreciate you, man, for real. So now that I've said everything that I've said, let's see if what I purchased was worth the $14 that I paid for this. Let's go. All right, here we go. Nah, hold on. All right, there you go. All right, so here we go. Now, let me. Okay, now check this out. Now let me cover this personal stuff here. All right, now this is. Let me see. Let me do this here. All right. Okay, damn. Okay, so I thought it was 1 through 16. It was 1 through 14. All right, so look. So I paid. So this is the Terrifics. The person said, thank you for it. So this is the Terrifics issue 1 through 14. My bad. I thought it was 1 through 16. 1 through 14 with annual number 1. It says in VF, very fine condition. And if you look at the price here, I spent $14.75. The shipping was $8. Yeah, the shipping was $8. So basically, I paid $23 for shipping, but the comic books were $14.75. So let's see if, and you could see right, let me see if you can read this, if the light's actually hitting. Yeah, $14. You can see it right there. 14. That way, you know, I ain't bullshitting. I ain't lying to y'all. You know, I don't got no printer, so I can't print this bullshit out. So $14. All right. Now let's see how this thing came in. Now, this thing doesn't have any backboards. So they didn't come individually bagged and backboard. They came basically in one big plastic. This is all 15 comics right here. I know why they did it, because it takes off from shipping and handling. Bags and backboards, they do weigh. And shit. I mean, I understand it. So sometimes, and people will get upset if your comic book does not come bag and boarded. And the way he had this thing secured, it was in there secured very well. So I'm gonna go ahead, open this up, and let's see what's inside. So that way, Lady Miss, what's going on? I like those little emojis. I'm not even sure what they are, but Akima Mara says, in my experience, the sellers that bother to handwrite on your receipt are generally good sellers. Yeah, man, because they actually care, man. And you know, it says thanks, enjoy, Paul. So thank you, Paul. Even though I know you're probably not watching this video, Paul doesn't even know I'm unboxing his comics. But yeah, let's see how this came. So here we are. And the whole thing with the bags and backboards, at first, I used to get pretty upset when my comics didn't come back and backboarded. But then I started noticing that when they didn't, it was because I was asking for a whole thing, and and the way they it started making more sense to do it when because once I started selling comic books and shipping comic books online, which I've done before, I started realizing that everything weighs, and the more something weighs, the more they're going to charge you for it. So and I learned a lot from from buying comic books online and how they were sent and all that good stuff. So here we go. The Terrifics issue number 1. This is the Terrifics issue number 1 right here. So again, you can find this for $10 right now online. Again, when James Gunn sent out that tweet on March 31st about the Terrifics, man, shit was going bananas. People were selling, people were buying these comics left and right, and they were upcharging them to people to buy them for like $20, $25. Now I'm looking online, you can get them. You can get an issue for like $10 to like $13, $14. If your best bet is to get it now before it goes up, because the moment James Gunn turns this comic into a project, whether it's a cartoon, or better not be some live action shit, because if it's good, boy, the comic books are they're gonna fucking go off the rails as far as the price goes. And anything outside of this comic book that has to do with Phantom Lady, Mr. Terrific, Plastic Man, and Metamorpho, this comic is gonna be worth something, and it already has just by one tweet. This thing went from being $2 or $3 to being up to 20, 25. Now back down to about 10, 15 bucks. Your best bet is to snag it now before anything else happens. If you're gonna mess with the Terrifics, the time is now. So that's my public broadcast announcement. You know what I'm saying, on Terrifics, being real. Kimimara, appreciate you. Thank you for your advice. Lady Miss says, drum roll while you open the box, LOL, for a dramatic effect. I appreciate that. Lady Miss, you're awesome. Thank you for that. Vinny Whitlock. I bought Justice League of America number 37, first appearance of Mr. Terrific in Silver Age. Rough estimate grade of a 7.0 to a 7.5 for $20 and $6.50 for shipping and handling. Brother, you won. Damn, I wish I had that comic book. I don't have that issue, but I am collecting the original run of the Justice League. Dude, if you're into buying Silver Age comics, man, dude, if you ever want to come on and talk comics, man, I'm with it, man. So yeah, man, I would love to see that, man. Shit, I can show you all my Silver Age JLA comics. So yeah, man, and I do have some. I think I have issue number. I think I have issue number 13 or 14 of the Justice League, and I think I have an issue or two in the 20s too, like issue number 23 or something, or 24, and then as it started getting up to like the 40s and the 50s, then I started having more and more. And then, by the time it passed issue 100, all the way to what? It canceled issue two something after Aquaman became the leader. You know, like after Christ on Infinite Earths and all that. Uh, yeah, man. You know, that's where you see like the first appearance of like Vixen and Vibe and you know that whole cast. So I'm there with you, man. So man, you fucking won, Vinny. You won. I would have pressed the button on that one, man. So there you go, man. Uh Anonymous says it will go up if it's any good, and if it's a flop, the price will drop again. Yeah, or it'll stay where it's at, you know. Right. But I agree. I don't if it's a flop, then of course but I don't think James Gunn's gonna let it fail because of all right, let's see. Shit. Yeah, he put the tape down on this. Damn, I got all this tape. Uh that way we're gonna get this thing open and we are going to look to see if I did a good job buying these comics. Because when I purchased these comics, I used up the seller, making sure that you know they have a good history, you know, checking out their good and bad reviews, just you know the whole 9 yards. And this is the moment of truth and seeing if I actually did any good or not. Shit. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, because there's a whole stack of comics with no bags and backboards. And if you watch my comic books, you know how I feel about bags and backboards. I actually have a stack here. But for the purpose of this video, before I bag anything, before I do anything, we're just going to see if I just initially did a good job. All right. So let's see issue number 1. Straight up. Here we go. Man, has that new comic smell too. Holy shit. Hell yeah. This thing is in mint condition. When you look at the spine, there's no cracks, there's no creases. You look, do you see how how the light shines off of the spine of the comic? Look, the thing is, when you shine light on a comic book, you can see the indentures in the comic book spine if the comic book was beat up. If something was wrong with it, you can see the cracks and the indentions on the spine. This thing is fucking flawless. Look at that, man. This thing is beautiful. And look what's on the back. That lets you know how old this thing is. So by the time this dropped on what 4K and Blu-ray and all this, that was what 2018, right around there. So that lets you know how old this comic book is. Again, this issue is going for about $10 to $15. Yep, love that new comic book smell. Like, man, smells like this mug is straight off the press, fresh off the press. That's issue number 1. And of course, you know, I have issue number 2. So this is an extra copy of issue number 2 right here. So I have 2 issue number 2s. Damn, look at these covers though. Shit, this issue number 3 right here. Look at this. The War Wheel of Doom. Look at that. This is fucking awesome for 14 bucks. Issue number 4 called Killer Squid. Look at that. So you can tell, like, they're on some old school Fantastic Four type shits, you know, going out on real wild and crazy adventures. Wow. Look at that. Issue number 5. Man, these things are flawless. Look at that, man. Look at that. No cracks, no creases, no nothing. This thing is smooth as butter. Man. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that cover. Let's see. What's on the back of this? Fucking Teen Titans Go, the movie. Man, fuck Teen Titans Go. Never did like that. So when this came out, Superman issue 1001 was coming out. Right now, Superman is what, issue 1054, 1055 right now? So yeah, that was some years back. About a good 5 years has been. Look at the art. You see the art? Look at this. Can you guys see this? Am I showing this right? The art is fucking beautiful. This thing is well drawn. Oh, look at this bullshit. Wow. So yeah. So there you have it, guys. You know, actually, let me see here. I can take this, put it here, and actually start bagging up some of these bad boogers, huh? All right, let's see here. All right, looks like a pretty good bag and backboard. What am I going to grab first? Juice. What's going on, Juice? You doing all right, man? How's it going, brother? Wow, that artwork is so vibrant. Yeah, man, look, these comics. I mean, shit. They look great. And again, you can find these issues for basically $2.50, $3. You know, you can find them anywhere between $2 and $3.50 for each issue. Man, this is awesome. Like I said, look how beautiful these covers are. And I received every one of these comic books in mint condition. Mint condition. So again, this is cool. This is $14 for the first 14 issues of the Terrifics, along with annual number 1. You can't beat that. You can't beat that with a bat. You know what I'm saying? Juice says you've been buying the old What Ifs. What? Man, so you talking about like the original ones, huh? Are you talking about the reboots that the second edition stories that came out in the 90s? Because I was buying some of those too. I was buying those. As far as the original What Ifs, I never did collect those. I know my brother had a few issues, but you know, we were all about Elseworlds. You know, just be honest. Me and my brother, we grew up predominantly buying DC comics, but we did buy a few Marvel here and there. Um, oh shit! You said you've been buying and Wolverine Volume 2, all of them. Damn, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Hopefully your comic books have been coming in good condition. Hopefully you're getting them in, getting them in with great deals. And man, I'm glad to hear that, man. Shoot. Tell you what, Juice, whenever you're ready to come on and show us your collection, man, I'm ready for you, bro. You know, I have Wolverine #1 from the first series. I got Wolverine #1 mint condition, man. So at least that at least that stands for something, right? That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. So, again, guys, when you deal with your comic books, make sure it's always fingertips. See, always fingertips. And again, make sure your hands are clean. Make sure you lay your comic books on clean surfaces, and be gentle when you put them, because you can fuck it up if you jam your comic book into. You don't jam them in. You slowly slide them in, and you be gentle. Boom, boom, boom. Man, Frank Miller. Oh man, Frank Miller's awesome, man. Uh, love, of course, always his older shit is what stands out, man. That's when Frank Miller wasn't, he wasn't so grumpy, man. He's kind of on some grumpy shit right now, but I guess it is what it is, right? Man, it's beautiful, man. Beautiful. The Terrifics, y'all. Issue #1. What's this? A poster? What is this? Oh, holy shit. Look, this thing opens up like this. Look. I don't know if you guys can see this, but wow. Yeah, this thing and then you have Tom Strong. Now, when James Gunn first announced the Creature Commandos, and you see that one guy with the white hair on the side, he has the black hair on the top and the white hair on the side. I thought it was this guy right here. And that's Tom Strong. So without knowing who's who, I thought it was possibly him. And I was wrong. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, this comic book is fucking beautiful, man. Oh, that Wolverine, that was your jam, huh? Yeah, man, that shit was sick, man. Yeah, man. Again, I used to have the whole collection of Wolverine, man. Lord have mercy, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Terrifics, man. So, I know I'm probably going to jet here in a few minutes. Give myself some time to grab something to eat, chill a little bit before I join Loki over on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. But before I go, I'll be on for a few more minutes. 90s DC was the only DC I had. Actually, man, 90s DC is I got a bunch of that. I got a bunch of 90s DC, man. Um, Aquaman through the 90s, I own all that. Wonder Woman through the 90s, I own all that. Green Lantern through the 90s, I own all of that. From issue number one, where you have like Hal Jordan, he started having like the gray hair on the sides and shit. Uh, Actually, I have the first 20 issues autographed by the artist, uh, the writer, inker, letterer. I'm talking about, man, everybody that worked on that comic, I got all their autographs on the first 20 issues of that Green Lantern run that during the middle of it, Hal Jordan became Parallax, and then we got Kyle Rayner and all that. The first 20 issues of that run of Green Lantern, all autographed, man. So yeah, 90s Green Lantern was badass. Yeah, man. I loved it, man. Kyle Rayner's introduction, all of it, man. It was some good stuff, man. It was some damn good stuff. So yeah, man. Now let me see here. Yeah, look at this, man. His art is fucking amazing. Look at this, y'all. Look at that, man. Look look at this page right here, man. Look at that. That shit is sick, man. The way Tom Strong's turning around. Yeah. Yeah, but I have that whole run of Green Lantern, and I have the whole run of the Flash as well. When it started off with Wally West with that issue number one, done by Mike Barron, the the guy that did the Punisher. He was the one that started off doing Wally West, the Flash, when Wally West first, became the Flash and had his own ongoing series back in 1987. And I got the first appearance of Imp. Yeah, some good stuff. Good stuff, man. I also own, again, I own the whole run of Wonder Woman from 19, I think it was like 1986, after War of the Gods. When they reintroduced Wonder Woman after Crisis on Infinite Earths, they started going through War of the Gods, and then they reintroduced Wonder Woman again with a brand new number. I own that whole series. That also has like the first appearance of the modern day Cheetah and all that shit. I own all that shit, man. Man, yeah. And just like Juice Cannon said, support Private American by Mike Barron. Please do support that. They've been trying to shut him down, and I've interviewed Mike Barron, man. Mike Barron's fucking chill, man. He's a good guy, and you know, I had to tell him, man, like, hey, man, you're you know, you started off Wally West, the Flash, and gave him the personality that he had to start off being the hero that he became after he picked up the mantle from Barry Allen. And man, I love that, man. Mike Barron, that's the man. You know, did the Punisher, and he's the one that added some depth to the Punisher, man. And he's done a lot of great shit, man. I'm glad I had a chance to meet him and interview him. That was fucking awesome. Very fortunate to have done that. The new Cheetah was hot. Was hot as fuck. Yeah, man. I know, right? You know, yeah, man. Shit. You know, I own a like, even with like DC Comics, like Green Lantern, like the original run of Green Lantern from the 1960s. I got about half of that collection. The Flash that started from the 1960s, I have about maybe a quarter of that collection, from about issue maybe 250 on up. And the last issue was issue 350. And you know, that was when he went into Crisis, and he died after that. So in Wonder Woman, I have the last maybe 100 issues of her original run. And I also have a few issues in between of Wonder Woman comics from the 1960s. Yeah, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I'm into Silver Age and Golden Age comics. You know, for the last few years, I've been trying to get my hands on an original Justice Society of America comic book. I own Silver Age Captain Marvel comics, you know, Shazam, Captain Marvel. I own Mary Marvel comics, Captain Marvel Jr., which was Elvis's favorite superhero. I own original comics from there, from World War II, where like they'll have like the advertisements for like supporting war bonds. Yeah, man, I love comics, man. Mike can write. Yeah, he can write. In 70s DC was weird, though. Man, look, boy, 70s DC, it was weird, but it was adventurous. You know, you saw a lot of comics come and go because a lot of things were stuff that they were trying, they were just trying out. But damn, man, you saw a lot of original shit, and they took chances that they wouldn't dare take chances with now. And I respect that whole thing of what DC Comics was trying to do, man. I miss that shit, man. I miss old comics, man. Some good stuff, man. But you know, hopefully gotta be gentle when you put them in. Yeah. And right here, the Terrifics are going against Swamp Thing. So, that's pretty cool. You see them tangling up against Swamp Thing. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Vinny. Writing is definitely not what it used to be. I know, right? Damn, boy, writing has changed, man. The fundamentals of writing has changed. And I mean, that's in a lot of shit. Comic books. The fundamental of writing comic books isn't there anymore. Movies. The fundamentals of movie making isn't there anymore. I mean, shit. man, just hell, they don't make toys the way they used to. I mean, fuck, everything's plastic. Nothing's die cast metal or any of the other stuff. Some things have gotten better and some things have gotten worse. My boy Chu says Marvel took chances with Gwen Stacy. Now, shit don't matter. I know, right? That's a shame, bro. That's a shame, man. Never got into Swamp Thing till the 80s. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I have a Swamp Thing comic book autographed by Bernie Wrightson. So, yeah, I do have the Saga, a Swamp Thing comic book autographed by Bernie Wrightson. And before it's all over with, I plan to have guys. Right now, it's the time to start fucking with Swamp Thing. If Swamp Thing, if I'm not mistaken, James Mangold is going to get a hold of Swamp Thing. And if it's good, Swamp Thing's going to be a hard thing to get your hands on. If you're going to get anything, Swamp Thing, buy everything that you can get from his first series, his first appearance, and try to get all the Justice League Dark stuff. And Swamp Thing issue 50 of his second series, if I'm not mistaken, not the Saga Swamp Thing, just it's the Swamp Thing second series. By the time you get to issue 48, 49, issue 50 is when you start seeing the first appearances of Justice League Dark. Those are the comic books you want to get, because I got a notion that Justice League Dark is coming right around the corner. They're trying to get Constantine right. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do with Zatanna. Justice League Dark is going to be the way to go. They can do something with Professor Chimp and get Blue Devil in there and a few other characters. Justice League Dark is going to be the way to go. And Swamp Thing is going to be one of the things that's going to open up that part of the universe. Will be Swamp Thing and Constantine will be the ones who will open up that magic side of DC. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, please God, no. I think it is James Mangold, huh? No, if it's not James Mangold, it's another. Matter of fact, I might be wrong. What's gonna? Let me see who's directing. Let me see. Come on. New director of Swamp Thing. James Mangold. Yep, I was right. It was confirmed by James Gunn on April 7th, 2023. So just over about a week and a half ago, they confirmed it. And didn't they do a Joanna Constantine? That was in the Sandman series that went woke as fuck. So yeah, the Sandman series is going to have your Joanna in there. And Bernie was a badass. Bernie was a badass. Still is a badass. James Mangold. Yep, Mangold. So, and again, he might come out with something good. It's supposed to. They say for him, this Swamp Thing is supposed to be a passion project. So who knows? Who knows if it'll be good or not? Hopefully he'll do it some justice. Hopefully he doesn't wreck it. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, well, with that, if you guys have any questions, any comments, anything about buying comic books online, please let me know. If it's something that you think of later on, please address it in the comment section. I will be reading all the comments on this video, making sure that if anybody has any questions, they need any help, Sorry about that. So hey, love you too, bro. Thank you, man. Excellent show 24. See you again at Loki's. Thank you, Akeem Amora. But yeah, look, before I go, if you guys have any questions, there's something I didn't explain thoroughly that you're left kind of has you left kind of puzzled. Please, you can ask me now or leave a comment in the comment section, and I promise that I'll answer any comment or any question that anybody has. I'll respond and give you whatever information that you may need if there was something that I didn't explain correctly. So hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you can see that from my examples of what I've done, how much I paid for stuff, looking up things online, checking out the reviews, checking out the buyer, making sure everything's legit, making sure that the return policy on things that are damaged, how long does the return policy last for? Is it within the week? Is it within 2 weeks? Is some folks are 30 days? Whatever it is, please look into it before you purchase anything. That way you know the ins and outs of your purchase. Because things, if you purchase it, there are no refunds, there's no nothing. And you're better off knowing that up front before you make a bold purchase. So with that, I just want to tell you guys, thank you for being here, supporting me. I love you guys. Without you guys, this channel and a lot of other things wouldn't exist, man, without you guys, man. And I'm just thankful for everything that you guys have done for me, having my back, listening to my shit every day, just supporting me, man. I love you guys, man, and I appreciate you guys being here with me, man. So thank you. And again, if you have any questions, any answers, please leave it in the comment section. But I'm here for you guys. Just want to help you guys really build a sound, good collection without no bullshit, no fluff, and just basically give you all the knowledge that I can give you that can hopefully help guide you in making a sound decision and hopefully putting together a great collection, of your choosing. And if there's anything that I can assist, if there's anything I can assist you with any kind of recommendations, any kind of help, or any kind of any other knowledge concerning comic books, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to share that with you and help you all in any way that I can. And hopefully somebody can take away something from these videos that can help them with their comic book collection. And again, my door is always open. You can always come hit me up, DM me, drop me a message. I'm not hard to find. I'm here, and I'll do anything I can to help y'all. So thank you all for your time. You guys have been awesome, man. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys, man. You guys are the greatest, man. You guys have no idea how much you guys have been a blessing to me, and I'll always do my best to always let you. And I'll always do my best to let you guys know how much I appreciate y'all. So with that, I just want to tell you all, I love you guys. Have a great day. If I don't see y'all again in the next hour and 18 minutes over at Loki's Mornings of Mischief, we will be doing the comic book roundtable. It'll be Stone Loki along with your boy Clobbering Times, and of course yours truly 24/7. And we'll be talking comic books and comic book related things. So with that, you guys take care. I love you all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Hopefully I'll see y'all here in the next hour. And if you don't, you guys will see me again tomorrow. And you guys take care. I love you, man. You guys are awesome. Love you all, man. Thank you. Juice, Kimamora, Vinny Whitlock, Lady Miss. Always awesome. Love you, Lady Miss. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Juice Cannon, my brother, man, you've been down with me since day one, man. I sure appreciate you, brother. You're awesome. Ananu Mas, thank you. Ananu Mas. My brother Stone Loki from Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Thank you, my brother. You've been down with me since day one too, man. Thank you, man. All you guys have been awesome. Lady Miss, man, you guys are just you guys are too much, man. You guys are too much. Love you guys, man. You guys stay awesome. Love y'all. Y'all take care, man. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side, hopefully later on tonight or tomorrow. And as always, it's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. And I'm out. Peace.